What's up, Jerry?
Hey, what's up, Will?
Oh man, I don't really know.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, isn't it?
You guys doing all right?
We're getting some things down. That's the best thing about it. That remodeling some stuff that need to be done. So it's a good time for that. But I don't want it to be as long as they're saying it's going to be. A couple weeks. A couple weeks was fine for me. Now it's been months, probably.
What? Yeah, man. Like what? So you're doing the remodeling. But what? I mean, what's on your mind? What do you think's going to happen?
I didn't really think about too much until just recently because I thought it'd be like a 2 week thing. Now we're talking about months.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm very fortunate because, like I said, I'm used to slowing down in the summertime down the beach. So I save my money, so I'm not like stressing about it because we got plenty of money. But some people, man, struggle. We're going to struggle because they think they make all this money and they can spend it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Tuck waste money because of the beach.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's a fortunate position to be in, my friend.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that are really sweating it right now.
There's a lot of people going to fall out and just say, screw it, ain't worth it.
Yeah.
That was kind of struggling before. And my friend owns a distributing company here in town. He's like, Jerry, man, people live day to day paying me when they base their sales on what they order.
Yeah.
Yeah. And people live like that. I thank God I don't.
Well, yeah, man, that's good. I'm glad for you. What have you done with your staff? Are y'all doing any takeout or anything right now, or did you just shut down completely?
We did takeout the first week to get rid of all the food we had to throw away. And, I'm not a big takeout place, so it was all right. But I decided to let all my employees go and take unemployment and do the remodeling. And then hopefully when I get done in the next week or two, maybe try it again as long as we can get this grant paycheck thing they're talking about, put everybody back on payroll and let us come up there and do that takeout, even if it doesn't do much. At least it's free money that I can use to keep my employees.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. So what do you think? You're saying months. Like what? I know they just said what the governor of North Carolina just said we'd have to stay home till the end of April or something like that. You think it's going to be till June or something like that?
I think it'll be at least.
Yeah. I think
they don't know, and they keep pushing the date back. But even when we start back, I think people ain't gonna realize it ain't gonna be the same.
Mm-mm.
People aren't gonna be jumping in their cars, driving to the beach, going, "Hey, let's go party for the weekend." They're gonna be broke. They haven't worked in a while, and the workers are gonna make them come back and work, and you can't take time off. You have plenty of time off.
Yeah.
That's what me that I'm almost thinking that we're gonna have to wipe this whole year off.
Well, it's interesting because what you have to wonder what's how long will it take people to feel comfortable getting back? I think people are going to. First of all, it's sort of a dual-edged sword. I mean, I think most people are going to be. They're going to want to go out every night for a month if they can, just because people are so tired of being home and cooped up and going stir crazy.
Especially the ones that make more money off unemployment and they did their jobs.
Well, that's happening, isn't it?
That's going to happen because I got employees that make $1,000 a week. They're going to end up getting $3,000 a week.
Yeah. Oh, is that? Oh, really?
I mean, it's $600. They're saying they get that $600 every week, and then their unemployment, and the maximum they do is like it's $1,000 a week for a lot of my employees, and they're going to be in heaven.
Well, let me ask you this, Jerry. So you're as well positioned as I think anybody I've spoken to so far, and I've spoken to a lot of people. I mean, so a lot of people are going to have to rethink how they run their business, how they run the financial side of their business.
Yep.
What were you doing, and what have you done effectively that's helped you get ready for this? Because I think that will help a lot of people going forward that need to be perhaps a little bit more conservative with how they're operating the business.
The first thing I learned when I opened my business was, somebody's told me I forgot who it was, but when you open a business, you're going to see a lot of cash coming through there, and especially if you're doing well and don't think it's yours. And that's my mindset. I don't think it's mine at all. I just I've learned to put it away for a rainy day like this.
Mm-hmm.
That's what saved my ass. Because you do see a lot of cash, and you're like, oh, I can go spend it. But it's just you can't. You got to be able to say, hey, I need to put a nest egg away and save it, and then every year take a little bit out as a bonus, and then keep the rest.
Yeah. Do you
we were able to do that just because this is the type of business I run, and I'm pretty good at that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You don't. Well,
I live over my means. This is what a lot of people do. And that's the problem. They get in this business and they think they make $500,000 and they just go spend it, and they forget about taxes and repairs and all that stuff. And I've learned, I don't look at, if I made $200,000 and sit in the bank, I'm not going to go, hey, I can go buy this. I can maybe take 50 out this year, as a bonus, and keep the 150 in the bank. And then until next year, and build up a little more and take another 50,
Mm-hmm.
Well,
smart way to run the business and smart way to run your household, man. Living below your means. Yeah, that's going to be a tough lesson for a lot of folks, I think. What do you think needs to happen? I mean, I know they put this bill through. What do you think about that, and what else do you think needs to happen?
Well, I don't think they got, every day they're my banker and accountants, they're tweaking it every day. So we don't know how it's gonna come through, and they're still trying to figure it out, and we're still waiting to hear. They're working on it. It's a good thing that what Trump's did for this first time. I really felt they're doing stuff for small business, not these big corporations.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be huge if they do what they say they're going to do and grant that money to us to help pay, people's rent, mortgages, payroll, to keep everybody there, because. Them with this unemployment, why would they come back if they're making that kind of money?
Right, come back and make less money.
Yeah, and I'm sitting here going, we might lose people, but, if I can get them back on payroll, they can't get employment, because if they don't, they'll quit or they'll come back to work, because if they quit, they can't get employment.
Oh, if they quit. Yes. Okay, so if they quit, they don't get unemployment. You've let them go now so they can, but if you... Yeah. Okay, got it. That makes a lot of sense. And then what happens? Okay, so how many weeks of unemployment? Is it like 39? Is that right?
Oh, they're changing the, how long they'll be able to get it for. They're changing a lot of rules on unemployment. They don't have to apply for jobs every week. They don't have. There's. I haven't. I almost need a lawyer to go through all these little things and make sure it's all correct. But I don't, I'm just getting advice from my banker and my accountant, and they keep texting me different stuff every day because it changes. And
man,
I don't know how it's going to pan out.
Paying people not to work.
Yeah. It's quiet. I go on the road today and come to work, doing my stuff, and there's nobody on the streets.
No. How do you feel about, okay, so you guys, if you can get everything done there and you hire people back and you start doing takeout and all that stuff, what do y'all change in terms of the safety protocols for ensuring that, you've got X number of people touching the food and the packaging and all that kind of stuff?
Staying on top of the sanitizing, washing your hands, gloves, hats, whatever we need to do. And, what the health department, what everybody's guiding us to do is the best way, I can say what we're going to do. I think when we open back up, I think people are going to be changing the restaurant styles too. It's just like tables not being as close to each other. I don't think this is the end of it. It's just a new start.
Mm-hmm.
Of people thinking and the way they do business.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
I just think this opens the door for a lot of people to do some stupid stuff now. Especially, you just think about it. If somebody, send somebody over, they can send somebody over in a plane or a person over with a virus. They're not scared to kill themselves, and they come over here and do another. They're learning from this.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get our A game on and think. It could happen again.
Oh yeah, for sure, no doubt about it. Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah,
You think about, another Bin Laden says, hey, I can try to get 100 people over there and put a virus on them, and they go around the city to city. Boom, we're back in another. It's crazy to think that way, but that's reality now, I think.
Well, there's you're right. Who knows? God, there's three types of warfare. There's kinetic, which is the traditional sort of military. There's biological, and then there's, technological and economic warfare. So,
I mean, look what this has done to the economy. Look what it's done. It's shut the whole world down.
I know. It's made us realize how fragile our economy is, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, but the good news is, you've been around a few years like me, man. We're 45, 50, whatever, and you don't ever bet against America. Like, we figure stuff out. One of the good things right now is it's amazing the amount of ingenuity and creativity that's happening rapidly. Like Scott Maitland up there, Top of the Hill. I know you're a Carolina guy. Top of the Hill. Do you know Scott?
No, I don't know Scott.
He also owns Topo Distillery, so they quickly converted over to making hand sanitizer, and he's got hand sanitizer going all over the place.
That's good for him.
Yeah, for sure. In fact, he was just on the. I just talked to him. Was it? Yesterday actually. We had him on here, but he's got hand sanitizer going to first responders that he's donating. But then he's got contracts he's working on with UPS, FedEx, Dollar General, and stuff like that to sell it to help pay for it. So, but lots of ingenuity. The one good thing, it's interesting right now. This is not my thinking. I got this from somebody I follow on Twitter, but he was saying, it's the first time we have the entire world working on a problem. I mean, literally, like we're all connected now, which shows our fragility in some ways, but also shows how we can, problem solve together. So it's really interesting.
My first cousin is infectious disease doctor. He was the CEO, the vice CEO, CFO of Biogen.
Yeah.
And he got it. He did that big conference in Boston, and he just now got over it.
Really? He's all right?
My dad talked to him last night, and he said, man, we ain't seen the brunt of it here yet. It's coming. North Carolina.
Yeah, that's what I'm concerned about. I think that's happening in a lot of places. Man, I just... I have a lot of admiration for you, Jerry. I know all of us at Schedule Fly do, and we're proud to serve you. And I really tip my hat to you for running the business so well that you guys are not having to sweat too much. Although I know that every business has got to keep bringing in revenue, and we hope this will pass sooner rather than later. Man, is there anything we can do for you?
No. I'm just just hanging out, just getting some important things done. The good thing, like I said, we're getting some things that need to be done, and we were going to have to shut down and do them anyway, but we're getting it all done now. So when we open back up, man, we'll have a new fresh look, fresh start, and everybody will know it's clean and, it smells good. And, I'm going to try to get back to delivering and take out when we get done, but hopefully we can get this payroll stuff straight. So we'll see. But, my business is not a takeout or pick kind of place.
Nah, man, it's a hangout with your...
Don't get me wrong, we do that stuff, but, we're not your Cookout or Wendy's or McDonald's. They drive through a window, and, they're saying do delivery. A lot of companies here in town are doing deliveries.
Yeah.
That's a whole other ballgame. Then you got to call your insurance company. You got to change your insurance. I mean, they're probably not doing that, but to do it right, because you get an employee out there delivering food, and what if he gets sick or gets in an accident and you don't have insurance? You're screwed.
You're screwed.
I'm thinking it's not worth it.
Well, you nailed it. You're a local, family-oriented restaurant. Man, I loved hanging out at Katy's with y'all so much that time when we were hanging out. In fact, I want to when this is all done, I cannot wait to come down and have another one of those cheeseburgers. God, it's going to taste good.
Bring the family, come stay at the house.
Yeah, man, I will do that. But I hope that. I truly believe to my core that while independent restaurants are hit the hardest and have the most risk right now, if we can get through this, or when we get through this, I believe people are going to really want to. I think people are really thinking through their priorities now and what types of businesses they want to support, and they recognize the importance of local establishments. That's not just restaurants, just local business in general. But I think the local restaurant is really I kind of call it the heartbeat of the community, right? I mean, it's the place where people gather and congregate and spend time with family and friends and loved ones and and other people in the community, and they share highs and lows, and weddings, and funerals, and everything. That's where they go, and I think people will recognize that even more and more now, that's really, because all of your money stays in the local economy. Not the same with chains. So I think that y'all will, people are going to support you. They're going to come out in droves, and y'all will restructure your business model some, like you said, and things will change. But, hopefully a year from now, we're living in a time where people really are truly using the great benefits of independent restaurants to, strengthen their communities even more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I just think like, that, I hope you're right about them supporting local, because these chains are just, they got the money to stay, get big companies out back, Texas, and I get people going in them, but it drives me crazy sometimes just seeing, people are paying that kind of money when we do this pretty much same stuff sometimes.
Well, you do, and you do it with, you do it with the unique quirks of independent local knowledge and personality. That's the difference, man. That's the secret sauce. Like, you come to know your local independent restaurant owner and his or her team, and you all are engaged in community. And I mean, when the community has like you're in Wilmington, okay, well, when there's a hurricane, independent restaurants always, when there's natural disasters, once the everything's cleared out and you can operate again, y'all are the first to donate food and time and money, and y'all are always thinking about your communities. And not that changed, I'm sure they do too, but it's just a different dynamic because the money really flows back to executive offices somewhere and shareholders, and y'all's money just flows right down to the people there in Wilmington, in Wrightsville Beach. So, well, Jerry, you're the man. Appreciate it. I'll let you go. I know you are busy. Tell everybody hello for us. And, man, if you need anything,
That was a live broadcast there?
Nah, it's not live, but, I mean, I recorded it and everything, and we'll put it up on the podcast. But, man, you know where Wes and I are if you need anything.
How are y'all doing? I mean, what's people, they calling you, hey, cancel our service or anything? I mean, I know it goes all the way around everybody because you're part of the restaurant livelihood.
Yeah, it's a lot upstream and downstream, isn't it? Landlords, banks, everybody's. Yeah. We've had a lot of those calls, man. So I'll tell you what we've done is we said, look, if you're, a lot of people said, hey, I got to cancel my account. I can't afford the $40 right now. We're like, okay, well, are you closing for good or are you closing indefinitely? And if they say we're closing indefinitely, and we say, okay, then your account stays on. We'll stop your billing. If you can't pay us, we trust you and we'll stop your billing. But we're keeping your account on because we think that people need to, like, mental health is going to be an issue here, right? People, I mean, being isolated is tough enough, but when you've lost your job, you don't know if your restaurant's going to reopen. There's a lot of fear. So, because of the communication tools and ScheduleFly with the ability to text and email and all that stuff, we've just said, all right, keep the account on, communicate with your staff, keep them engaged, keep them updated, let them know what you're doing, let them know what you're thinking. There's a lot of noise out there. Keep them focused and give them a place where y'all can virtually stay connected. So people really like that, man. Be honest with you, I answer our phones, and I've had people cry when I've told them that because it means so much because they were worried they'd have to lose ScheduleFly, but they didn't have a choice. So we're proud of that, man. I mean, I'm happy we can do that.
Well, it's a good way to them to get back in contact with their employees through your website too. It's a good thing, but knock on wood, man. I preach to my partner Kelly all the time, and he's like, can we take a payment? I was like, Kelly, I said, I'd rather keep the money in the bank than me have to come to you and say, I need $20,000 and you don't have it.
Yep.
I don't want to do that. And I said, it's better to be safe than sorry, and we both live our lifestyle and pretty comfortable with the way we've been doing it for the last 27 years, and. For me, I mean, he's only been a partner of mine for, 8-10 years, but I've been doing it for almost 30 by myself. So,
yeah,
I get it. And, it's just people don't operate that way, and, I kind of feel bad for them, but I don't. I said, you ride around nice cars, you're going out buying all kinds, taking vacations, and now you're sitting here, how are we going to keep the doors open? And the one thing with me, I'm able to shut down and remodel and do the things I need to do to get ready to open back up than me stressing out trying to sell to-go orders and, lose money.
Yeah.
you know, and it's safe for me to just keep my employees out of there, you know.
Well, my friend, I mean, you've kept things simple, and it's worked real well for you. And I you know, tip my hat, man. And
I appreciate it.
oh, for sure. I mean, it's good lesson here. Hey, will you do me a favor, Jerry? I'm gonna let you roll. If you have one of those, you still got your y'all hat?
You know what? I've got one on.
No, dude. Are you at the restaurant?
No, I'll be there in a little bit.
When you get there, man, would you take a selfie or get somebody to take a picture? Because what I'm doing is I'm every episode I'm posting here on the podcast, I'm putting the owner I'm speaking to. I'm having them take a selfie, and then I'm posting about the episode on Instagram.
Give me a couple hours.
Yeah, no rush.
At the restaurant supply store, actually sitting in their store talking to you.
Okay, all right, cool.
Some stuff. So I'm gonna run, and I got to be back there in a couple hours.
You the man. Anytime, man. Hey, I appreciate it, Jerry. Take care. Tell Kelly, hey, and your beautiful bride hello, and your team too.
I will. Thanks, man.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.